Ladies and gentlemen, well, if normal is what you're after, you two are going to love Derry, for this is a Fred the Alien Productions podcast.
Derry. Are we
Derry.
watching Derry, girls? 'Cause that's what I watched.
Oh, okay, this is going to be a weird crossover podcast then, I think,
Yes.
if that's the case. Nice. Let's cue the music, shall we?
I don't know what we're yelling about! We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
Finished. I know, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Kind of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it some style?
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway.
Whoa, we're gonna have company! Loud noises!
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Kendall Richardson.
And I am the man who's actually talking into the mic now. I'm Michael Lister.
Very nice. And you are now experiencing a podcast called Fred.
Yes, experiencing it through the mediums of, two people. Where's but the third?
Where is the third? Oh, I feel like a piece of me is missing.
Yes.
Sad face. Yes, Fulya is not here, as you can obviously see and hear and tell from this intro. She's on the other side of the planet. She's in America, and she made it safely and soundly, so we can all exhale.
Sigh of relief.
It's okay. Sigh of relief. She made it in the country.
Well, what do you mean the other side of the world? Surely the world is flat.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've heard.
Right, that's a discussion for another podcast, I think.
Yeah, my other
not this
podcast.
one.
Well, I tell the truth.
Yeah, your
I tell my truth.
You tell your truth, Lister. You
Yes.
tell your truth.
We live on a flat Earth.
Yes.
On 4 elephants. That's on top of a giant turtle that's floating in space.
Amazing. This is the best thing I've ever heard. I'm so excited.
Yes. I should write a book,
Your
a series of
theories
books.
are- You should, and call them Scientology. No, I don't.
You
know.
just made it real now.
I
I was talking about Terry Pratchett, but you just made it too real.
I made it too real.
Too real, Kendall.
That's my bad. My apologies to Terry Pratchett. All right. So with Fulya being absent, of course she is still a part of the show, as she. I love the fact that she does this every time. We're gonna kick things off with Fulya with the weekly watchings. She's left us a big spiel to read out about what she's been watching lately. So here it is. Fulya says, "Hello from the past," because America's like almost a day behind. I'm currently at the time of recording in the middle of the Extra Life charity stream, where we stay up for 24 hours and play games to raise funds for children's hospitals. Quick little update on my flights. They were long, somewhat uncomf. She abbreviated, which I adore, and very tiring with some delays post arriving at Fiji. Before I move on to the rest of her spiel, please go and check out Extra Life. If you're watching us on our stream right now, please take a detour, go check their stream out on Twitch and on YouTube. Make a donation. I did so last year, and if I wasn't busy, maybe afterwards, after the pod, I'll jump on and do a donation. But yeah, so the Stollery Children's Hospital was for an excellent cause. So please go support them and their 24-hour stream. Yay, so much fun. Hope it's going well, Fulya. We hope it's going well. As for her watching, she says, anyways, I watched some movies on those long flights. Sorry, I got distracted with food as I was typing this. I don't know if I was supposed to read that out. First movie.
It was in the brackets.
It was in the brackets. And look, just call me Ron Burgundy, okay? I'm going to read anything on the
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy. First movie I watched was Studio Ghibli's Grave of the Fireflies. Very sad and emotional story about war times in Japan. Spoilers, doesn't end well. Ugh. Very good. Second movie I watched was Bohemian Rhapsody. Finally. She hadn't watched it, I didn't realize. And she really enjoyed it. I had to hold back my tears by the end of it. The only thing that really distracted me was Freddie's teeth. I don't know if that's how it actually looked on him, or if the prosthetic teeth used was just too big because it looked like he was trying to keep them in place a lot. Fulya, I recommend checking out some Queen live videos and seeing the real Freddie Mercury in action, and you'll kind of see there's a reason why Rami Malek won an Oscar for playing him, because he nailed him completely. And the teeth are pretty accurate, in my opinion. So, yeah. And there's like some stories about how like people wanted to fix Freddie's teeth, and he was like, no, don't touch my teeth because it's how my voice kind of, you know, he has this big chamber in his mouth essentially that's these
Resonance,
teeth help make, and yeah, the whole resonance thing. So yeah, he didn't want anyone to touch his teeth because his voice would change. So if that's accurate, that's a little bit of tidbit trivia for you. But yes, go watch some Queen stuff, Fulya, and you'll be like, holy crap. Even watch, there's some great videos on YouTube. There's sort of like side by side of the Live Aid performance. Really awesome to check out. And the last thing she watched, she says, while traveling, was the live action How to Train Your Dragon. Nice. I still haven't seen it. That was quite entertaining, not gonna lie. I'm glad I had the chance to experience it. The studio did a great job with it, and live action Toothless is amazing. Said with okay. That's it. Nice.
That is all.
I didn't read the thing then. That is all. Yeah, some great picks from Fulya this week. That's excellent. Yeah, I'm glad she liked the live action How to Train Your Dragon. That kind of gives me hope because I still haven't watched it, and I really like the original. But I was very supportive of this live action remake because all the people involved making the animated one were back for this. So glad to hear that it worked. So that's good. Nice. Mike, what about you?
Yo.
What have you been watching last week?
Not much, actually. There was a new episode of South Park, finally, that came out. Yeah, it's going good. I think Matt and Trey are sort of getting sick of the political stuff, because where do you go from here? So they made a Halloween episode, and the White House has been torn down. And also, there's like some sort of figure, a spirit, a lady in a big hat that's in the corner. It's Melania. So she's finally made an appearance, or somewhat. So, and they had a little seance, and they had Pan Bundy, the press secretary, make her appearance too. And every so often, she has a bit of brown stuff on her nose that she has to constantly wipe off. And apparently, it's sometimes jokes are that insane. But the kids are back at it, and they've started a thing called South Park sucks now. Because of all this political stuff. So they're trying to get ahead of the... It's like, well, South Park is sort of hunkered down by this political stuff, and so South Park sucks now. So the only way to combat that is to form a meme coin. So the South Park sucks meme coin has started up. And they try to do a rug pull. Yeah. And that's all. So that's basically anything new, because otherwise we'll be talking about the rest of it later on. What else? This weekend I was a bit busy because it's my son's birthday party, and we went to Melbourne, and we went to Legoland. That was a bit of fun. even for the kids,
Mm.
and even for the adults as well. So that is a bit of fun in Chatston. That's
Very nice.
yeah. I was thinking it's like, well, they've also got the Lego store there, so I have a look. I'm not going to buy there. It's been marked up. No thanks. So yeah. My boy's official birthday is this week, so I can divulge what I got him. I got him a basketball because he does itty bitty ball every week. So he's
Aw.
learning basketball. I'm going to turn him into a jock that likes D&D. He's going to be that guy. Maybe. Well, he does enjoy watching One Piece with me. So we've been watching One Piece as well. It's like, hey, Luffy. He knows Luffy and Zoro, and Robin. He knows Robin, which is pretty good. And all the other ones is like, who's that? And so he's starting to learn the Straw Hats. So looks like I got a viewing buddy when it comes to that. So that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which will be sad because I already commented that I'll probably start again in January. So, well, I'll be up to date when it is. That's basically it on my part. I haven't really been watching much. I only watched one Mighty Nine episode, and I didn't get the chance to watch the new campaign episode 4, which will be coming out tomorrow. So I'll be watching it then. Also, Welcome to Derry, a new episode is tomorrow. Maybe we should have moved it to tomorrow so we can have 3 episodes to talk about. But no.
Sorry.
No. I thought of that. It was like, I probably won't have time to actually watch it in between.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had time.
Coming home, watching it with the kids around.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. I was shocked watching the other 2. So, no. Yeah, so that's it. Oh, and also new episodes of The Chair Company is pretty fun. You should watch it. It's pretty full on. It's as I said, it's a psychological thriller comedy. So if you like that, so if you like the Tim Robbins sort of style of humor, it's going in weird places, and I quite like it. And I finished watching Friendship as well, and that's sort of down the same line as well.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. What about you, Kendall? What have you been watching?
Well, yeah, I watched a little bit this week, but not a whole lot. The only couple of things I think I will mention. Well, randomly ended up watching the 2011 Jake Gyllenhaal movie Source Code, which, if you haven't seen it, is kind of like a sci-fi thriller that's sort of Groundhog Day in a way, because Jake Gyllenhaal's character is sent into this like virtual simulation of 8 minutes in time before a train explosion, and he has to figure out who the bomber is, because he can't save anyone on the train because that's already done, but there's like going to be another explosion, there's going to be another bombing, and so they have to figure out who the bomber is and prevent the next bombing. It was really good. I really liked it a lot. It was a short movie, like it's not a super long film. I think it was like 100 minutes or something. The premise you can't really stretch out much longer than an hour and a half. It had a great cast as well as Jake Gyllenhaal. There was Vera Farmiga and Jeffrey Wright, the Watcher himself, and Michelle Monaghan playing a doomed woman on the train. But yeah, so it was really interesting, and just to see the way like they use this concept of this technology that they had, and how they explained it in the movie made sense. And yeah, like it was just a cool little sci-fi, and I remember it being kind of big at the time it came out. A long time ago now, but yeah, finally got around to checking it out, and I recommend if you like sort of sci-fi concepts and like Groundhog Day tropes. Yeah, for sure. Check this movie out. It was really good. And then the last thing I'll mention, hilariously, because my boyfriend's sitting right next to me, and he can't.
Hi,
hear me.
boyfriend.
Finally, slowly but surely, getting him into watching more MCU movies.
Oh.
Yeah, so up until last week, we'd only watched Iron Man together a while ago, and then we went to a Marvel trivia a couple of weeks ago, and then we just kind of came to the realization of like, well, he kind of told me, he's like, you haven't really been pushing me much into watching them. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll try again.
So it's my fault.
He's not really big into superhero stuff. But anyway, so we watched Iron Man 2 first, and that went horribly. He didn't like it at all. He thought it was silly and didn't make much sense, some of it, and there was not a great plot or story, and the first one was way better. And that, look, in his defense, that's a pretty universal take on Iron Man 2. You know, a lot of people prefer the first one, myself included. I've never, I like number 2, mostly for Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 3 is better, and number 1 definitely is a lot better.
Wait, number 3 is better?
So I think number 3 is better than number 2. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but that's where I stand. I think 3 is better than 2.
I admire the ballsiness of the villain and the misdirect, because I actually enjoy the fact that, because I'm sort of a political buff, that yeah, of course it's crazy. He's named after like a racist trope, so of course the American public would actually like call for that hook, line, and sinker, and the main enemy of it is the industrial complex and rich entrepreneurs. So yeah, and then they got cold feet and retconned the entire fucking thing. Fucking MCU.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's not perfect anymore. Not that it ever was. Yes, but anyway, so yes, I'm into not a success. So I was very hesitant to even continue past that, because we skipped Incredible Hulk, because I just was like, I mean, it's not super essential. Like, there's a couple of things that tie down the line, but I think even when those things tie back in, they kind of explain them anyway. So even if we get to, like, you know, Civil War and I mean, we're not watching anything past Endgame. I've told him I don't want he doesn't need to see anything after that, because that's when it starts to go a bit, you know. But anyway, so Iron Man 2's done. So the next movie, of course, after that is my beloved Thor. So we watched Thor. And he liked that a lot more than Iron Man 2. And enjoyed it for what it was, and, you know, yeah. I can't remember much else of his thoughts. I think he just, he liked it. I was just happy he didn't hate it, because I was so worried. I'm like, he didn't like Iron Man 2. He's even gonna like Thor, but no, he did. So yeah, and it was good for me to rewatch it again. It's my first time kind of watching some of this stuff in a while, but it just kind of feels like, you know, coming back to a warm comfort place, because it's like, oh, I love these movies and stuff. But just, you know, watching Thor and just being immediately attacked by Dutch angles from every direction. It's Kenneth Branagh's just angling going on. Yeah. And just seeing, you know, the beginning of Tom Hiddleston's Loki and Chris Hemsworth's Thor and all of that stuff. And Coulson before the Avengers and Hawkeye's cameo. It's a good time. So I enjoyed rewatching it. It was fun. So Captain America First Avenger is next. We'll see if we watch it this week or not. I don't know. But Yeah, that's
And
next
then
up.
Avengers.
I
Isn't
re-
it? After that.
and then Avengers. Correct. Yes.
Yeah. That'll be a good week.
Yeah. Well, the only problem I'm worried about is that he doesn't really like Tony Stark, and that was half the reason he didn't like Iron Man 2, because he found Tony really stuck up and arrogant and not likable, not charming. Like, I find Tony like hilarious, and I know he's a dick, but I find him charming in a weird way, and a lot of people do. Well, it's why he's popular, I guess. But he did not find he did not find him charming at all. So, like, yeah, he said he thought he was better in the first one. So I'm like, oh, okay, if you don't like Tony Stark, I don't know how you're gonna go, because he's kind of the main character of this franchise. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens after Avengers, if we get to Avengers.
Just stick with it.
I know, that's what I keep saying. I'm just like, just stick with it, and the appreciation will come. You know.
Wow.
You're watching it. You watch it. Well, I mean, it should, hopefully. I mean, it's just, he's watching it now. 10 years after the fact. We were watching these movies in real time, and he's watching them. Out of the context of the time they were made in, and
yeah. But it should
I don't
still
know.
hold up.
It should.
Like after,
and it's just yeah.
Yeah, so after Avengers, he starts doing the PTSD route and then that leads into Civil War, and
yeah,
I'm sure he'd probably be fine with Iron Man 3, maybe.
I would think so. I don't know.
What's after that? Oh yeah, then the breakup, and then
Dark World.
And then, I was thinking Tony's character arc.
Oh,
do you
sorry,
need Dark World?
Yeah. It's the best. It's the best Loki movie. I'm Mrs. Loki, so we're watching it.
Or else.
Or else.
Yeah.
No, we're watching it for Loki, and we're watching watching it because, well, I mean, Endgame made it semi-relevant.
Yeah.
But semi is a stretch.
Oh, you don't. Oh, I don't know. Maybe for the Loki sort of arc, you can just leave that out and just go straight into Loki, especially after. No, actually, no. Sorry. No, you can't do that. Thinking timelines and that.
Mm.
Oh, that would be interesting. After Avengers, the first one, where Loki gets caught, goes straight into Loki.
Oh yeah, don't watch the rest of the Infinity Saga. Just watch the Loki show.
Yeah, because that sort of does a brief recap of what happens at the end, and then all of a sudden, oh, there's 2 Tony Starks. What the hell? and then he escapes with the Tesseract, and then the TBA. That'll be an interesting watch.
That would be a really interesting watch.
If you're doing the Loki arc, you do first Thor, then Avengers, then Loki season 1 and 2.
Yeah, and then you just skip Ragnarok and Infinity War and pretend
it's not the same
he
Loki.
never died, I guess. No, it's not the same Loki, no.
Yeah, and then you go back.
And then you go back, yeah, and get the other side of it. Yeah, but anyway, I'm excited, and hopefully we keep going, and hopefully he enjoys some of it. So I'm more excited for him to watch like Winter Soldier, because he's expressed that he enjoys the comic book movies that are not overtly comic book, if that makes sense, like superhero stuff as a different genre, like Winter Soldier, and it's why he loves the Dark Knight trilogy a lot, like especially the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight.
True.
Everyone, that's so like it's so that's
They're
why
good movies.
He'll like Winter Soldier, I think, for that reason. So
Dark Knight, it's a good movie. Bad,
very good movie.
Batman movies. Anyway, that's my hot take.
That's fair. That's an okay take with me.
Before
That's fine.
before the Batman came out, I unironically thought the Lego Batman movie was a better Batman movie ever. Was the best Batman movie ever.
I mean, it is pretty great. You know, if you still wanted to have that as an opinion, by all means, I won't.
Oh no, Matt Reeves blew that out of the water. It's like, yes, finally, a Gotham that I like.
Yeah.
And then the Penguin series sort of just cherry on top. I can't wait for more of that stuff.
Yeah.
The Elseworld Batman, as it's going to be called. Anyway, back to you.
The
Sorry.
Matt Reeves verse. Yes, that's okay. I'm done with my weekly watchings now. So, how about we get on in to the week that was in the nerdy news?
Get on. There we go. Bit slow today.
This is the news, the nerdy news. The nerds that talk about the nerdy news. That is us who talk about the news that is nerdy. And now the queen of nerdydom, the hostess with mostest, Kendall Richardson. Take it away, Kendall.
Take it away.
Away. I will try. Okay, so nerdy news. We've actually got a lot to talk about this week, which is really exciting. First week in a while where we've had a good content list for you guys. We're gonna kick things off with some Stranger Things news. Season 5 is right around the corner. We're only a couple of weeks away now from the beginning of the end. And this week on what has become to be known as Stranger Things Day, which is Will Byers' the date he went missing, the 6th of November 1983. They're calling that Stranger Things Day now. So we just had the 6th of November. So they announced that we're going to be getting next year an animated spin-off show called Stranger Things Tales from 85. This is really, really cool. It's set between the events of season 2 and season 3. And the animation looks awesome. It's like a 3D, cool stylistic 3D animation they've used. It's following our main core cast, so all our favorite characters are here. However, they're not going to be voiced by any of the actors from the show, which I find okay, but also a little questionable that none of them are back at all. Because, like, at least, for example, I mean, not to talk about Marvel again, but, like, what if had a good mix of returning actors and then good impersonators doing the voices? But here, it's just straight up a completely new cast. But that's okay. I mean, look, those kids have been living in the Upside Down for 10 years at this point, so they can have a break for a little while. But it looks really cool regardless. It says... the blurb of the series says, "Welcome back to Hawkins in the stark winter of 1985, where the original characters must fight new monsters and unravel a paranormal mystery terrorizing their town in Stranger Things, Tales from 85, an epic new animated series." There was also a little teaser sort of behind the scenes video that was released, which showed some of the concept art and the Duffer Brothers talking about their excitement around this and the stories that are going to be told here, and then the showrunner of the animated series here also expressing his happiness at this show's existence. Apparently they're trying to go for the feeling of like an 80s cartoon, which is fine, but I feel like if you wanted to do that, maybe make it 2D. I don't know. But
Make it look like Don Bluth.
I think. Yeah. Make it look like Land Before Time.
Yeah.
And then you've absolutely nailed it. I feel like the great thing though about this being animated is that they can definitely lean a bit more into the weird and wonderful side of Stranger Things in terms of like the kind of creatures and the upside down aspects that they can do that they probably couldn't have done in the show because of the expensive costs of special effects. So they could probably be a bit more creative here. So I'm definitely going to be checking this out, I reckon. It sounds really cool. So Mike, I'm keen for your thoughts. Does this excite you at all, or do you think it's maybe too much too soon after the end of the show. What do you reckon?
Yeah, nah. I think it makes sense releasing it next year because it will be 10 years since the first season.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, has it been that long? Yes, it has.
Yeah.
And ironically, I have been doing my rewatch, and coincidentally, I am in between 2 and 3. So there is a lot of, because in real life, those 2 seasons, 2 and 3, there was like a 2-year gap in between, and then 4, and then another 4. So it would make sense that there will be a lot of story to cover between those 2, even though they're set a year apart. So it's just the in between calls, as it were. I don't mind that it's been revoiced because they're supposed to be 12 and 13, and they don't sound like that anymore. They're 20 years old. Like, I can't play myself as a 12-year-old anymore because I've got this voice now. It's old and frail and sound like bad in many ways than one. And good. It's animation, so I can get around that fact. Yeah, apparently there's a lot more story to tell. And there's also a stage show that I wouldn't mind watching, but it's only been in America and the UK, and that's it. So, and apparently there's a lot of lore in that with Victor Krill and it all being set in the 50s, where all the adults are teenagers and in school. So there's a lot more to tap in and with that, and having Stranger Things finishing up this year, it's sad, but because it's such a draw for Netflix, they're going to find different avenues to keep it alive, I guess. And they say that there's going to be a lot more spin-offs. I mean, after season 2, I did watch the Lost Sister episode. I didn't skip it because it's all part of it. But my God, it was a slog. Because they put it in such an inconvenient time.
Yeah.
Shit hit fan.
Yeah.
Demodogs are about to attack, and then all of a sudden they're in. Where did they go? They go Pittsburgh. They go Seattle, somewhere. Don't know. Don't care, because it doesn't really come up ever again. So, whoopsie. So yeah. I'll wait for this and watch it, because I'm still a fan. I mean, I do have my grievances with it, and I'm praying that they'll stick the landing with the last season. But I'm just going to keep my expectations on a mature level, and I'm not thinking too much of theories or anything like that, because when I tend to do that, I usually get bitterly disappointed that I've invented something that I want to watch, but I don't get to watch it, and think, oh, missed opportunity. I'm one of those people. It's like, it's got to be the same in my head. But who knows? Apparently, I like the idea because of D&D. There's going to be a green dragon at the end of this, and that's the real big bad. Maybe. I don't know. So when's this coming out?
Next year. We don't have an exact release date yet, but yeah, in 2026 we're getting it.
November 6th.
At some point. Yeah, they could drop it on Stranger Things Day. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Wait a whole year.
Like everything comes out on Star Wars Day for Star Wars. So makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Which is very true. Alrighty, let's move on to our next bit of news. Keeping it with the Netflix. This is some pretty cool casting news that's come out this week. And I hope these are characters that you know, Mike, because usually Fully is here because she's watched more Stranger Things. Sorry, watched more One Piece than you. Huh? I'm secretly manifesting things. So
It's a long
yeah.
plane ride, Fulya, if you're out there.
It is a long. It is a long plane ride. I've done it. It's not the best. Okay. So yes, casting. One Piece live action season 3. Starting with from Cobra Kai and Blue Beetle.
Bruce
Speak
Beetle.
words.
Yes.
Blue Beetle. Jolo Mariduena is going to be joining as Portgas D Ace. Do you know who that is, Mike?
I do.
Excellent. I feel great now. So yes, so he's going to be playing him in season 3. And then also in season 3 of One Piece is going to be Tony Award winning actor Cole Escola as Bon Clay. Do you know who Bon Clay is?
I do.
Bonkers. From the picture they've provided on deadline.com. It's insane. There's swans, there's face makeup, there's a gigantic jaw going on, and a pink and blue outfit. He looks fantastic.
And ballet shoes.
I love it. And ballet shoes, perfect. Cola Scholar is going to be a series regular. So we'll be seeing a lot of his character Bon Clay in season 3. And then I don't know if Jolo's joining as a series regular or not, but he's definitely obviously going to be in it. So for my knowledge, because I don't know who neither of these characters are, so Portgas D Ace is a pivotal character in the manga mythology and is the adopted older brother of Monkey D. Luffy.
Spoilers. God damn it.
Spoilers for me. And for you, I hope not. Oh, God,
No, it's
sorry.
not.
Oh, you knew that. Okay, well, I spoiled it for myself.
On your behalf.
Oh, that's okay. I don't care. It's fine. And he's the son of the late pirate king Gold D. Roger. He was a member of the Whitebeard Pirates and was the captain of the Spade Pirates before that. Let's see if there's a description for who Bon Clay is in this. Apparently he's a fan favorite character, Bon Clay. He's also known as Bentham or Mr. Tu Bon Curry. I'm probably butchering pronunciations here. Master of performance and precision, Bon Clay is as dangerous as they are dazzling, a theatrical assassin who turns combat into art. Envisioned as non-binary, Bon Clay is one of the biggest new additions to Season 3 of One Piece. That's very cool. Yeah. This makes perfect sense because I'm pretty sure Cola Scholar is non-binary as well.
Yes, yeah.
So they've nailed the casting there. That's excellent. Yeah, fantastic. I'm a big fan of Jolo Mariduena joining here. He's awesome in Cobra Kai. We love Miguel. He's fantastic in that show. That was his career-making role, really. And then I really enjoyed him in Blue Beetle. A lot of people don't talk about Blue Beetle, but I thought it was a good movie. So
Never seen it.
I enjoyed it.
Is it good?
It is. No, it's worth a look. I mean, it's like the last the last gasp essentially
Death
of
rattle.
the death rattle of the DCEU. But it's a good film and it's worth a look. So that's just my take. So yeah, I don't know much about these characters clearly. Mike knows who they are, so I want to know your thoughts, please, on these two characters being confirmed for season 3 of One Piece.
Yeah. Zolo as Ace is a bit of a fan casting as well. Like a lot of people saying,
"Oh, cool,"
because everyone thought, "Oh yeah, well, who's going to be like this character?" And it's like, "Oh, this guy," because Cobra Kai is sort of Netflix sort of alumni going in, and it would make sense, and it made sense, and yeah. not much of a regular as Clay, but because we get introduced, these characters are all going to be in season 3, so I assume they're probably going to be fast tracking some filming like right now, and of course, majority of this is going to be location shooting because it's easier to shoot outdoors. Because it's an outdoor sort of show, so instead of like snoopers getting the first pictures, they just say, "Hey, these guys are playing this." So yeah, so that would mean if they're introducing them in season 3, we're probably not going to get to see them until 2006-7, whenever season 3 is getting popped out, and
2027 probably, yeah.
Yeah, so. I think they're going to do this momentum and keep on going, because they're not if they're going to do it right, then they're going to see if they can do like a season a year, and then they can like do real good business. So they're going to be doing season 3 and then 4 and then so on, because out of all the manga. Anime sort of live action adaptations, everyone really enjoys this one. I mean, yeah, because it's still got a bit of the soul still in One Piece, and as I've been saying, I've been watching One Piece as well, and my boy enjoys it too. So we got something to bond with, and I'm still in the. I'm still in the hundreds. I'm creeping up to you, Fulya. Just you wait. And yeah, and great casting as well for Bon Clay as well, because this character is very unique. And what I've heard is they're going to be a recurring character down the track because they're such a fan favorite, because they have a unique power, and that's all I can say. Unless an article fucking spoils it. Like they spoiled who Ace is. Anyway.
Whoops.
Yeah, so adopted brother of Luffy. So
Yeah, okay.
big family in this, apparently. Like I didn't know that the Marine governor was Luffy's grandfather until the live action. I thought, oh, that would have been nice to find out. But meh, that's all right.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, it's all right. So when's this coming out? 2027.
2027. Next up in the news, this is probably my favorite announcement of the week. We're getting a 4th Mummy movie, and the best part about it is that Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are both returning to play their amazing characters, Rick and Evie, and hells to the air, take my money, please. Famously, of course, for those who watched the 3rd film, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, Maria Bello replaced Rachel Weisz in that. Rachel decided not to return for the 3rd film. Apparently she didn't really find the script interesting enough for her, or so the story goes. There's a lot of rumors around why she wasn't in it, and that's kind of the main thing, is that she just wasn't interested, really. But she's apparently interested in this, and the word is that this might be actually a movie where they kind of retcon a little, and they don't really acknowledge what happened in the 3rd film, I think is kind of the word for what this script is. So I'm okay with that. I don't even remember the 3rd film. I've seen it once and I didn't love it. So I love the first 2, especially number 1. Number 1 is hands down one of the best movies of the 90s, and it still holds up today. I've seen it like 10 times. I think I watched it I definitely have watched it once within the last year, and it still hits really well. So I can't wait to see. I just really hope that John Hannah comes back as Evie's brother, because he's hysterical and the best comic relief of all time. So I hope he comes back as well. But yeah, I don't know if we have a release date for this yet. I gotta see if there is anything. Yeah. No, I mean, there's going to be another mummy movie coming out next year anyway. That's not connected to this. It's kind of more linked to the Universal Monsters sort of stuff. I think. I don't know.
I think they
or like a
renamed that.
They renamed it.
Yeah. Not to
Yeah.
confuse people.
No, that's fair. The other cool thing I forgot to mention about this before I pass to you, Mike, is who's directing it. It's Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, who have done the recent Scream movies and Ready or Not and Happy Death Day. Those guys, obviously known for their horror work. Together, I didn't realize they have a working title of the two of them as their partnership. It's called Radio Silence. I didn't actually know that they went by that name, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, they're going to be directing this, so I'm really excited. I think they're great directors, and I've seen a lot of their stuff, and I enjoy. They're very good at balancing like comedy within whatever thing. Like, I don't know if you've seen. I know you've seen them. You've seen the more recent Scream movies. We established that last week, right? Yeah. And have you seen the Happy Death Day movies or Ready or Not?
No, but I've seen the trailers, and there was
Yeah.
some humor in it, I guess.
I recommend them. As you yourself a horror fan and a comedy fan, I feel like you might, especially the Happy Death Day, because it's the Groundhog Day thing again, because it's it's her birthday and she gets murdered at the end of her birthday, and she has to figure out who the killer is and try and stop it so she can stop dying.
Yeah.
It's really funny as well. It's scary and funny. It's good. But yeah, what do you think about this news? Do you think it's a good thing that we're getting a mummy 4 after all this time? Are you interested at all or excited at all?
I think so. I don't have them, unfortunately, but I do remember watching like the first one and the second one. I probably forgot there was a third one, so if they're skipping over that one, no harm for me. But I'll definitely like rewatch these, because I remember watching them as a child and loving them, because I was like, it was like another take of Indiana Jones as well, in a way, but with mummies. Sort of that adventure, horror, supernatural sort of take. I'm doing the maths. If they're going to set this in their future, it will be 1955. So we may have a
goal.
We may have a skull. May have a crystal skull on our hands.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Well, I think
yeah.
they'll learn from other people's mistakes. Hopefully. Yeah, as long as there's a good story, passing on the baton. I don't know, or just I don't know. I have no idea what the story is, and that's probably a good thing. So I'm all for this, and Brendan Fraser's awesome. So give him all his flowers. After an Oscar, he can do whatever he wants. I still want to see Brothers though, where he plays a cop. You know that one?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah,
with Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin. What was I saying? Another thing that I forgot to say that I watched this week. I saw Weapons.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil it. Did you like it?
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Great.
And go into it blind. I'm not going to tell you anything about it.
Yeah, I've avoided all of it. I know nothing. The only thing I know outside of the concept of the movie where, all the kids, you know, fuck off for some reason,
Yeah.
is that there's this creepy woman with glasses and red hair that everyone's going crazy over, and
Yeah.
she might be getting nominated for an Oscar. Like, so that's all I know. I know nothing about who she is or anything else in the movie. I can't. I'm going in blind too, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the
I'm
narrative
glad you liked it.
of how
Yeah.
how they story tell when it comes to the film.
Nice.
But I won't say anything or even what
I
it reminds
appreciate
me of. After you watch it,
Oh.
I'll tell you what it reminded me of.
Okay, we'll when I mention it in my weekly watchings at some point, we'll discuss it then.
Yeah. I thought it was very well done and
That's
huge
awesome.
props. And it begs the question, it's so unique and so original, same as Sinners and all that. Hollywood's not dead just yet.
It's hanging on.
Give creatives the room to spread. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, and the money to make original content, original stories. That's what we want.
Yeah.
We want it.
So,
New
The
stuff,
Mummy, Crystal Skull. There we go. Set in the
Yeah,
50s.
I love how I'm like, I want new stuff. Ooh, The Mummy 4 with Brendan
The
Fraser
Mummy.
and Rachel Weisz.
I haven't seen that since my childhood. Ooh, nostalgia.
God, I'm part of the problem.
No,
terrible.
it's all right to have little treats. I'm just saying, not
It is
every
yes.
time.
Not all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Okay, let's move on to our final bit in the news this week. Speaking of sequels to things from our childhood,
It's all right.
there's
I'll
gonna
shit
be a
on this one.
Gremlins 3.
Don't worry.
Feel free to. Feel free to. There's gonna be Gremlins 3. Very exciting. 2027. This one's coming out. They've already got a release date for it. November 19, 2027 to be precise. Steven Spielberg is returning to the franchise as an executive producer because he was involved with the previous two films. And apparently Chris Columbus will be also returning. He wrote the original film. He's going to be directing this and executive producing it. So okay, so promising names attached here, so that's good. We have no idea what it's going to be about or any of the cast. We have no idea if Zach Gilligan's returning or Phoebe Cates is returning. Obviously, they were they were in both the original two, I believe, both of them. Yeah, and number 2 was a little bit different to number 1. I think number 1's a lot better than number 2, but hey, I mean, it's fine. Why can't Gremlins go to the city? I say let them let them go. But yeah, I didn't realize this, or I forgot about it. There was actually an animated prequel series that came out a couple of years ago called Gremlins: Secrets of the Mogwai. That was set in 1920s Shanghai, and sort of Gizmo's origins a little bit. And then Gremlins: The Wild Batch came out last year, which was season 2. Haven't engaged with any of that, so I know nothing about it. But yeah, I love the first film. It's a good Christmas movie to put on if you want something that's not, wholesome and warm and loving, like It's a Wonderful Life or Santa Miracle on 34th Street. That's a good one. Yeah,
Santa
if
dies
you want to
in
watch,
it.
yeah, if you want to watch little gremlins running around killing people at Christmas, this is the movie for you. So yeah, hopefully this is good. I will reserve judgment until the casting is confirmed and the story's confirmed, and maybe we see a trailer. I don't know, but so far so good. What about you, Mike? What do you make of this announcement? How you feeling?
I'm a bit concerned because it's not directed by Joe Dante, and I do like Joe Dante, and his bizarre take of sort of he sort of has a weird filmography, like. Yeah, probably my favorite. My favorite Gremlins is probably the second one, because in my old age, it does. It is sort of a piss take of his own creation. So I do enjoy that, and how insane it is. And if you haven't watched it in a while, go watch it. He does stuff in the background, so it's like it's like it's like Airplane and all those. There's always stuff happening in the background. There's always little jokes in that. And speaking of Brendan Fraser, I actually watched Looney Tunes Back in Action, which is another Joe Dante film.
I didn't know he did that one.
Not as good. I dare say the implementation of the cartoons into live action is not as good as Space Jam, and it does pain me to say that because I don't like Space Jam. But he does use the Looney Tunes correctly, as in if Chuck Jones was around, he would say that's how to do it. A lot of self-referential sort of stuff, and also speaking of Scream, because I love connections. There's a little brief. There's like a scene in a cafeteria, and the camera just pans to different tables, and there's like Porky Pig and Speedy Gonzales talking about they're not PC anymore because they're making fun of speech impediments and all that. And then there was one where it had Matthew Gillis. Matthew Gillis. He plays Shaggy, live action Shaggy, and it's after the first Scooby-Doo live action, and it actually has Shaggy and Scooby talking to Matthew Lillis about his rendition of Shaggy. It's so great, and they actually got the original voice actor of Shaggy to like berate Matthew Lillis. It's awesome.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was like Casey Kasem was the original Shaggy voice.
Yeah, that's right.
So with me, Casey Kasem. Yeah, so welcome to Casey Kasem's America's Top 40 with me, Casey Kasem. I can go on a different tangent, but I won't. Talking about Bill Hader doing it. they were trying to do a SNL skit. Do you know that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Bill Hader and some other person was writing like a scene with Casey Kasem, and the Casey Kasem family is like it's like talking about. I think it was like they were doing Casey Kasem Taken, so it's like son getting captured. It's like, son, if they capture you, I'm gonna go at them like a Lebanese torpedo, and all this stuff. Didn't get up in SNL because no one found it funny except for Bill Hader and the writer. It's like, oh, that's a shame. So anyway, Gremlins.
Gremlins. Yeah.
All right, going back to what I was talking about. I'm a bit hesitant, but Chris Columbus coming back and writing it. It is his baby. So, with that, but I don't know. Because after Gremlins 2, it was like Joe Dante was trying to make a film that would actually completely stop the franchise, and no one else can go out and do anything. But looks like they are, and I'm not sure if I like the idea. I'm the same. I want to see a trailer, see where it goes. Because both movies are completely different beasts. And I mean, if they changed the look of the Gremlins and Gizmo between both films. They made the Gremlins and the Mogwai more friendly or cartoonish for the second one. So I can understand.
Yeah.
I understand why people like thought what like huge culture shock of the different things. So yeah, interesting. Maybe it goes back to because Chris Columbus wrote the first one. He didn't write the second one. So maybe he'll just go back to what the first one was about. So we shall see in time. So when is this coming out?
2027.
2027.
We have two years. It'll be out. In
2 years.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Okay.
That's the nerdy news. We're done with that, which means it's time to roll on up to the trailer park.
Rolling up to the trailer park where we all park all the trailers. Yeehaw.
Okay. It's trailer park time, and this might be the most Kendall-coded trailer park in existence ever. If there was an MCU trailer here, it would be perfect. But it is not. That's okay. We're close. This first trailer, of course, we're starting with the most anticipated biopic in recent memory, and this is, of course, Michael.
Yeah.
The Michael Jackson. The Michael Jackson biopic. Love it when your co-host has the same name as your favorite musician.
Really?
So, really, yeah, he's my favorite. Don't you know?
No.
He's my
I
favorite.
wish I could say the same. Don't know anyone else called Kendall.
Oh, unfortunately, there is one, and we don't talk about her. Anyway, not detouring into that.
She's not my favorite celebrity.
No.
Celebrity.
Good. Celebrity. Anyway, so Michael. All right, cool.
Yes.
So,
What?
I found out the day that this was the date, like of the night that it dropped, that it was going to drop. So like all day on, was it like Thursday? I think it was Thursday or Friday. Might have been Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. I found out, woke up that morning. I'm in an MJ fan group chat on Facebook, and it was just blowing up with like rumors saying the trailer's gonna drop, because like we already knew it was gonna play with the new Wicked movie, because it's being distributed by Universal, and Universal are distributing Wicked for good. But we didn't realize it was actually going to be released to the public first, and so we were all just losing our minds. And then, yeah, I stayed up until 1 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, which was when it dropped, and it went live, and yeah, I proceeded to lose my mind. So this is a really great teaser trailer. For me as a fan, there's nitpicks for sure. The main one being when he's in the Beat It outfit, he's got the jackets right, but he's wearing the wrong shirt. So I have
my
questions.
God.
Yeah, this is gonna be, strap in, Michael. It's gonna be it. This is what it's gonna be like. But no, I'm not gonna get hung up on the little things, because overall, yeah, it was a really great trailer. It was a really, really good teaser of what to expect with this movie. And just building the hype, hearing the music, hearing those songs coming through, and seeing the flashes of different iconic moments in Michael Jackson's career come to life in such a way is just like, for someone like myself, is just really, really exciting. And just for culture in general, like these are so many moments of music history that are just timeless. Like Motown 25, first time he does the moonwalk, that's here. We've got the Beat It video, we've got the Thriller video, Bad Tour, Victory Tour, everything. It's all here. And Jackson 5 and stuff, and it's just amazing. And the great thing is that Michael himself is being portrayed by his own nephew, Jafar Jackson. This is his acting debut, so he hasn't done anything before. And the casting process for this film took place over the course of 2 years. They spent 2 years searching for the right actor to portray a king of pop, and they settled on one of his blood relatives, which I honestly think is just a really great decision. Because Michael Jackson is such a polarizing figure and is such a controversial figure, and especially with his appearance and everything. And I've seen, I've seen everything from impersonators to TV movies to bad makeup costume jobs. Like, I've seen the whole thing. So it's just like, how do you cast something like this? How do you cast someone like this that's so larger than life and just has an appearance that's just unlike anyone on the planet? So I think casting someone who's related to them, who shares their DNA, and you can see that so clearly on the screen in this teaser. Like, Jafar, he looks, so he's Jermaine's son, oldest son, I believe. And so he looks a bit more like Jermaine to me in some shots of this trailer, but the way they've made him look like Michael in a lot of them, like, you see there's for me, the brief shot of the Grammys. So Michael was the first artist to win 8 Grammys in one night for the Thriller album and 1 for the E.T. soundtrack. He's that famous shot of him in the blue jacket and he's holding all the Grammys. He looks so much like Michael there, and then later on when you see him performing on stage with the long hair, the belt buckles, the curls, and everything, like the bad era, like, it just looks so much like him, and it's crazy. And then the trailer ends with that clip of him speaking, and it's like, what? He sounds so much like him. Like, the fan community is losing their minds over this trailer. Like, it's insane. Like, we're all really happy and, like, for the most part, and really excited. And the only thing we've got reservations on is this movie took a while to come into fruition and be made, and it looks like it's only going to be one film at this point. There were rumors that it's going to be 2 films, especially now that it's been teased that there's another film coming, potentially, because the official synopsis reads, the film tells the story of Michael Jackson's life beyond the music, tracing his journey from the discovery of his extraordinary talent as the lead of the Jackson 5 to the visionary artist whose creative ambition fueled a relentless pursuit to become the biggest entertainer in the world, highlighting both his life off stage and some of the most iconic performances from his early solo career. The film gives audiences a front row seat to Michael Jackson as never before. This is where his story begins. And the CEO of Lionsgate was quoted as saying, there's more Michael on the way. So, I don't know. But for now, it looks really, really great. I'm so excited. And it also broke a record for it's the most viewed biopic trailer ever. And within 24 hours, it hit over 116 million views, which is, insane. And Lionsgate, the production company behind it, it's their largest ever trailer debut. So I can't wait to see more. I'm so excited. I could keep talking about it, but I'm not going to, because then that'll just turn into the podcast. So Michael, my friend Michael, in real life, Michael. Yeah. What did you think of this teaser? Are you interested in checking this movie out?
Maybe. Devil's advocate. If they were to do a second one, it will be called Jackson.
I like that idea. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Not everyone's called Michael. Everyone's called Jackson. Would make sense. Jackson 5 all the way up to whenever. I don't know when he's peaked.
Yeah.
So it's late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, if this movie is a part 1, based on this teaser, it looks like it kind of ends with like the bad tour, like the late 80s, maybe the early 90s, but I'm really not sure where it's ending, what the plan is.
So it ends with a high,
for sure.
in a way, which
Yeah.
be a very interesting biofilm because I've seen plenty of biofilms and they always do like the sort of the highs, the lows, and then it just teeter out to it was a complicated figure and he's living in his own ways and then drops off and spoiler alert, he's dead. Anyway, no jokes here. I'm sorry. I need to keep it.
It's okay. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I've accepted it.
How many jokes can I do before you?
You can make here's the deal. You can make jokes about him being dead, but you cannot make jokes about the allegations. In my opinion, I hate those jokes are off limits with me.
No, I have heard that
I will get angry.
I have heard that they may touch on it, but not go full on with it, which is interesting.
Yeah. They have. Well, yeah. They've said that they said that they were going to, but now that I don't know when this movie is taking place, like when it ends, they may not even get up to that. So I don't know what. I have no idea what's going on.
I heard rumor.
I'm hearing conflicting things.
Because a guy that I listen to for entertainment news, the production company was doing that, but the estate said we're not going to like show the accuser, and so they cut it down, a lot. So
yes, that's not to interrupt again. I think that's part of that is due to the actual settlement that took place in regards to that case. Yeah, they can't actually mention him at all. So I don't know how they get away with doing how they're going to approach any of it, but they filmed apparently there's like a whole bunch of stuff they filmed for this movie that they had to get rid of because of legal shit. So it's very very complicated. Yeah.
I suppose it's like Bohemian Rhapsody, and they cut down a lot of stuff that Freddie used to do, and stuff like that. Will Diana get a mention? I didn't. I know that.
Yeah. Diana Ross is going to be in the movie.
No. Dirty Diana and Princess Di.
Oh, Dirty Diana. Oh, Princess Di. Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
They probably won't have time for it.
I was hoping for you to sing that. It's like, no, I didn't sing it because you were going to be there.
You're in the audience. I love that you know that story.
I don't know why I do.
I love that you know it, though. That's not many people that aren't fans know that story.
I'm secretly a fan. It's coming up now. Did you know I was actually named after Michael?
Oh, really?
Nah, Michael Crawford.
No.
Original fan.
Different.
No, not really.
Yeah, different singer. No.
Well,
yes.
Some others do have him. I'm named after Frank.
Oh, okay.
So, final joke. If there was going to be a sequel, I'm thinking they'll probably recast Michael as someone else, someone who has very light complexion. Anyway, where's this coming out?
Yes. Anyway, this is coming out not too far away. It's going to be hitting cinemas here in Australia on the 23rd of April. And it's going to be playing in IMAX too. So I'm going to hit up IMAX to go check this out. So I can't wait.
Yep.
I just hope people like it. Yeah.
The girl who plays Nancy Wheeler in Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Person who can play Michael in the sequel.
No. Michael Jackson was a black man who had a skin condition. Okay. Okay, that's the truth. You can look up his autopsy. Ugh.
And the bones of
We're
an
not
elephant
doing
man.
this,
Anyway,
Mike. Yeah, he does. All right, let's hit up our next trailer.
he had a hypothetical chamber. Ooh.
Become... Before this becomes the Michael Jackson podcast.
Just leave
second
me
trailer.
alone. Anyway.
Second trailer this week is apparently the second trailer. We didn't talk about the first one because we don't often talk about horror trailers on this podcast. We did last week as well because it was Halloween weekend, but Fulya's not here, so we can talk about Five
can do whatever
Nights
we
at
want.
Freddy's 2. We can do whatever we want. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This is the second trailer for this one. I still haven't seen the first one, so I'm pretty confident this trailer involves spoilers, and that's on me. I'll take responsibility for that. But it's made me more interested to watch the first film, I will say, just because the kind of the story that they're telling here with they've got the daughter of Matthew Lillard's character from the first one trying to escape the shadow of her killer father, and then shit's still going down with at the Freddy's. What do they call
Pizzeria.
it? Freddy's Fuzz Pizzeria. Yeah. Yes.
Freddy
That whole
Fazbear.
thing. Thank you, Freddy Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria.
Faz.
Fazbear. Fuzz.
Fazbear. Not Fuzz.
Fazbear.
Faz. With an A.
Faz.
Not with a U.
Freddy Fazbear. Thank you. Thank
Get
you
with
for
it, man.
letting me know. Yeah, get with it. Jesus. Yeah. But no, the first movie was pretty successful, and when it came out on physical media at work, I noticed it sold pretty well. It still sells semi-regularly, so this one should do pretty well. I think Josh Hutcherson's also returning to reprise his role. I'm a big fan of him. I don't know. I'm a big fan of him. Have been since the Hunger Games, and I really am admiring all the choices.
Sorry, I'm
he's
thinking
made.
he needs to stretch for his hole. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I walked into that one. Yeah, it's yeah.
So did he.
He's great. He's great. He's made great choices as an actor, and I like what he's doing with his career. And yeah, I'm interested. This was a cool little trailer. It seemed to kind of nail the theme of the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. Being creepy but also being funny, sort of in a way, quirky. So yeah, I definitely want to watch the first one. So I'll watch the first one and we'll see how we go, and that'll depend if I want to watch number 2. Mike, have you seen the first one, and are you interested in watching number 2 after this trailer?
Yes and yes.
Nice.
I have watched the first one because can't be constantly online and not know Freddy. Because watching Let's Plays as well. I mean, big Markiplier fan. Watching his playthroughs as well. So there's definitely a big fan base that was online before the movie coming out, and also it's been around for 15 years, and when the first movie came out, people enjoyed it, including people who didn't know anything about it. So just know it by passing is this is an internet thing, as well as a game that people played on Steam or anything like that, and it was good. Blumhouse did a decent job. There was definitely a lot of references to the law outside of that. I mean, Matt Pat from Game Theory. That's just a theory, a game theory. He does a cameo in the first one as one of the waiters.
Cool.
And they squeezed in one of his catchphrases well, that's just a theory. Everyone got it who's constantly online going and yeah, people enjoyed it. The story. It was animatronic creatures that come to life because they have the souls of dead children in it. Yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. And yeah, and people really enjoyed Matthew Lillard because it was sort of a weird. He sort of had a big a resurgence from this film as well, because people were going, "Oh, we know that guy because he's from Scooby Doo and that," and so there's actually a picture going around of him and as Will Afrin as the character in his suit. With a statuette of Scooby Doo. It's like, I don't remember this Scooby Doo story where Shaggy is the bad guy. Maybe not. But we don't know it's the bad guy in the first one. So spoilers. Sorry, you had time. But speaking of bad guys, oh no, you haven't seen it, have you?
Oh, you can't spoil it?
No, it's another movie.
Okay, please don't. Oh, another movie. Mm-hmm.
That you want to see.
Yes.
But I won't say which.
Yes.
Anyway,
Oh, okay.
never mind. Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah. Megan Fox is in this for some reason.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, doing a voice for one of the animatronics. It's like, oh, that's a weird catch. So, yeah, and a lot of people are saying this is a bit like the Sonic movie, where the first one was loosely based on like the game, like Sonic coming to our world and sort of doing something. But in the second one, because they got a hit on their hands, they're going straight in for the lore, and Freddy and the Freddy lore is very dense, and there's the games, but there's also the books as well, and there's like an overarching timeline when it comes to this. So, and a lot of people going, "Oh my god, they're putting so much in this. It's going to be absolutely insane." If you know the stuff, and and for the people who enjoyed the first one and going to watch this, I hope you're ready for big lore dumps. Anyway, but
Nice.
we love big lore dumps, especially
We
here.
do.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
So I'm definitely going to be watching this
Support that.
when it comes out later this year. When is that, Kendall?
Yes, pretty soon. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is going to be your perfect Christmas movie. It's coming out on 4th of December.
Yes.
So, yes, spooky times ahead. We've got one more trailer
Spooky
to
for
discuss.
Christmas.
Spooky for Christmas, yes. Nightmare Before Christmas, even. One more trailer to discuss. And this is the other trailer I'm really excited about. Because this is a teaser for The Night Manager Season 2. Holy crap. I really appreciated this teaser splashing the words, Tom Hiddleston is back in big letters. That made me happy. Yeah, so this is a great little teaser. It's a completely, if it helps you, Mike, you told me off air that you haven't seen the first season. So the first season was supposed to be just a mini series because it is the entirety of the John le Carre novel. They adapted the whole thing. I really recommend it just because it's a good spy thriller show. And Hugh Laurie plays a villain in it, and he's so good.
Yeah,
So
I knew that much.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I watched the
yeah.
season 1 trailer, and I noticed
Nice.
he's not in this, so he's dead.
No. I'm not saying anything. But
I'm not gonna see this.
it's worth a look. It's worth a look. But yeah, season 2 is basically based on an original story that was made by the show's creators. John le Carre sadly is no longer with us, so his estate basically authorized them to continue the story of Jonathan Pine, which is Tom Hiddleston's character, and see what happens after this. So it's probably not going to have many connections to the first season. It based on this teaser alone, it looks like it's just kind of its own new standalone story, sort of like, you know, how a lot of old shows back in the day, like one season has one focuses on one thing, and I mean some shows still do that, of course, but so yeah, you probably don't have to watch the first season to watch this or to get what's going on, but it does look like they're continuing a lot of the maybe like a lot of the character development of Jonathan Pine, because basically he's a former MI6 agent who gets you know, sent undercover because in the first season Hugh Laurie plays this arms dealer who's very bad, and we want to stop him, and so that's Jonathan. That's Jonathan Pine's job. He's recruited by Olivia Colman, who is also returning to reprise her role as Angela Burr. She was really good in it. That was before her Oscar win. Olivia Colman, sort of when she was on the rise in terms of her career outside of the UK, at least. But yeah, I'm glad she's coming back for this, because so far it looks like it's just Tom and Olivia returning and no one else at this stage.
Playing James and M.
Yes. I mean, look, a lot of people wanted Tom Hiddleston to play James Bond at one stage, myself included. I feel like that ship has sailed, but this is kind of his Bond adjacent sort of role, I suppose. But yeah, other than that, the cast here is really, really good. I was trying to find the name of the woman who plays the therapist here. She's the chick from Sandman, the one who plays Death in the Sandman. Who plays Death in the Sandman? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Kirby Howell Baptiste. I'm pretty sure that was her I saw in the trailer. It looked a hell of a lot like her if it wasn't. She's awesome. I like her a lot. But then you've also got Indira Varma from Obi-Wan Kenobi, from our Star Wars, from Game of Thrones as well. She's really awesome. So, and was she in Doctor Who as well? She was. Yeah, she played no, that's a different actor. Was she in Doctor Who though? I mean, she's British.
She's British.
I feel like she's probably been in Doctor Who at some point. Yeah.
In one of the big ones, Game of Thrones, Doctor Who.
Oh my god. Yeah, I literally just scrolled down and the top of her photos is the Doctor Who episode from last what is it? Rogue. She's in Rogue.
Yeah.
With Jonathan Groff and that whole storyline. She plays one of the aliens. I think, or she plays the human face and then gets turned into an alien. I can't remember, but yeah, I knew she was in Doctor Who. I bloody called it. I'm very happy with myself. Anyway, I'm not talking about the Night Manager at all. It looks great. Right, this looks fun. It looks really cool. I'm excited to watch this and see Tom Hiddleston in action again. Yeah, I hope it's as good as the first season, because yeah, it's not based on any novel. It's not adapted from anything, so we'll see how it goes. But so far so good for me. So Mike, I know you haven't seen season 1 and you're not sure about this, but what did you make of this teaser? Does this pique your interest at all?
It piques my interest to watch the first one, and was surprised that I knew of it, and it's been 9 years. So
yeah,
there's been a lot between those 9 years. I can't really go much into it, except for a spy thriller doing a thing, doing his thing, and Tom Hiddleston, if you like that sort of thing. I don't know. It's on Prime, so I still got Prime. So who knows if I still have Prime when it comes out. So and which will be
Yes, The Night Manager Season 2 will begin airing on Prime Video on the 11th of January. So,
amazing.
not that long to wait for that. A couple of months from now.
Oh, January.
January?
Yeah, I won't have time.
No?
I'll
You're
be
watch
doing
Firefly
my big.
instead?
No, I got One Piece. I'm starting my One Piece in January.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, my 5 episodes a day until it's all done.
Back on it.
Yeah. Yeah, no time for Firefly.
No time for Firefly.
He said it.
No.
He said it. Take a drink.
He said the thing. All right,
Why
that's
would you
Trailer
say that?
Park done. That's Trailer Park done. Which means now we're rolling on out and
Yes.
scooting all the way in to the moment, the section, the segment, the part, the place, the thing, the spot in the show we like to call.
A smile is something special. A ribbon is something rare. But I will be a happy chappy because it's popcorn culture.
Creepy children's songs set
Yay.
over creepy, unsettling images. We love those opening credits.
Children are scary.
Children are scary. Okay, so again, because Fulya isn't here, we are going to be deep diving a little into a horror TV show that has just started airing on HBO Max. And that is, of course, It Welcome to Derry.
Not Derry Girls?
Mike and I... Not Derry Girls.
Oh.
Not Derry
Are
Girls. Sorry.
That's a good show. I do recommend it.
That's definitely on my to-watch list. Yes. But no, not today. We're talking about the spooky, scary side of Derry in this podcast. Yeah. So yeah, this show is something that Mike and I have definitely been looking forward to since it was announced. Especially because it's being made by the same people who made the recent readaptations, if you will, of It. Chapter 1,
Recent?
Chapter 2 came out a few... Well, okay, it feels recent because, 2019 still feels like 2 years ago to me for some reason. But it's now 6 years ago. Recent-ish. Within the last 10 years, we've had two wonderful films about this world. And now we've got a TV series produced and directed by Andy Muschietti and his partner Barbara.
Sister, isn't it?
Sorry? Sister?
They're siblings,
I thought they were
aren't they?
partner. Are they siblings? Please, I will eat my hat if they are siblings. I thought they were husband and wife. But maybe I could have just gone with partner being like creative partner, but that ship sailed. Anyway, are you looking
Anyway,
up?
yeah. I'm on IMDb. Hold on.
Pause this podcast while we momentarily check for accidental incest.
Relative sister, Barbara.
Okay. My profound apologies. Barbara is Andy's sister.
Stephen King. There's a lot of fucking shit.
I'm just channeling the man. It's okay.
And HBO.
It's okay.
Loves
And
Game of
HBO
Thrones.
loves it. They love it. Okay, let's talk about this show. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited to talk about this. We're going to be discussing the first 2 episodes of the show. I just got to look up the title of episode 2. It's like The Thing in the Dark. Yeah, literally remembered it. The Thing in the Dark. So it's episode 1 is just called Pilot, and then The Thing in the Dark is episode 2. So, I have to say, I think we're just gonna combine them together a little bit. I think, considering this is a continuous story, are you cool with that, Mike?
I'm cool with
If we
that.
just- Yeah, sweet. But just to say that, but then also just needing to say that the pilot episode knocked my socks off, and I loved it. And I loved the rug pull. I talked about this last week on the pod, but I have to say it again because it bears repeating. I loved the way they started this show. The opening was fantastic. The cold open, where we lose poor Maddie Clements to the worst
Nuclear family.
pregnancy scene of all time. Nuclear family. Ugh, terrible. And then
You
yeah,
said-
you know,
You said the worst. The worst pregnancy, birth.
yeah, birthing scene in history.
That's what you said
then-
last week, and then I said I was trying to say so far.
Yeah, so far I couldn't believe it. I was watching episode 2, and I was just like, "Are you serious right now? We're doing this again? Why do they have a thing for?"
Me and the
horrific
wife
births?
looked at each other and we had the same thought. I'm sort of glad we went cesarean.
Yeah. Oh yes, I bet. Yeah, it's definitely not made me any more clucky than I already am, which is not at all. Yeah, but anyway, first episode absolutely slapped from start to finish. And so did the second episode. I really enjoyed kind of going a bit more into the story with Leroy Hanlon and his family, like his family coming to Derry. You know, he's been assigned there, and now his family have followed. And then we're starting to see more of their story and how it's beginning to intertwine with the town and the racial issues and all this stuff, and then, you know, Leroy being hounded by these awful men in masks at the base. Yeah, and then just the most messed up shit ever with whoever's left of our child cast having to deal with the fallout of Pennywise claiming those kids' souls, and then just, you know, struggling with their own trauma of what that means. And it's just,
There is a theory with that.
Yeah, please go on.
One of the kids, I want to say the tall one that likes
Lily?
Sorry?
No. Lily?
Oh no, the tall boy.
The tall boy.
He was perving on his neighbours. Phil. Not Teddy.
Phil, yeah. Phil, yes. The other dead kid, yes.
Yeah. You say dead, but not to jump ahead. When looking at the cereal boxes and all the kids' faces are sort of decaying because they're dead, Phil's face ain't.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I know. So there's Phil's face in turning zombified. Is he still alive?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. Just as a quick sidebar though, looking at the cast list, it looks like Phil and Susie are actually played by real life brother and sister.
Oh, there you go.
So they both have the same last name. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah. So overall, the first 2 episodes really, really impressed me, and I'm really excited to see where this show's going. Mike, tell us your overall thoughts on the first 2 episodes, please.
Wow. I was going to watch this regardless because I do love Miss Stephen King. And I did really enjoy the It movies. And I know people have their sort of grievances with the second one. The tone didn't really fit within the first one. My thing is, because it's the same story within the same story, and if you've seen the original Tally movie, they do jump to and from. Like in the book, they do jump to and fro from different areas from the 50s to the 80s in the book, but
yeah, they do.
in the movies, it was the 80s to today, 2016, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So because the adults are coming back to Derry and remembering stuff, and we are remembering the stuff with them, so the connection doesn't really make sense. That we just watched the first movie. It's like, why are we rehashing stuff that we already know? And that sort of didn't really make sense. But with this show, I was like, oh, what can you do? It's like, well, in the book they do have segments of Mike venturing out and trying to find more information about Pennywise, so he can actually help defeat it with the Losers Club. And there's also because it does attack every 27 years, and because of the different times that they adapted with it, it's going back to the 60s, which it should be the 50s. No, 80s.
40?
It was back in the 80s, so it went back to the 50s, then back to the 30s. So what we're watching is sort of a weird mesh of what happened in the 30s in the book, but it's the 60s in the movie timeline.
Yeah.
And this is what really is screwing me up, because I know both, and both timelines are in my head. I'm a Nexus being at the moment. and so the thing is that they're going in this first season, they're doing the 60s and what happened in Derry at that time, and if they get picked up for a second season, then they're going to go back to 60s to the 30s, and then so on until not to spoil the book, but you had your time. The Indian tribe that they have, the First Nations tribe, trapping it for a time until colonization released it, and then the first settlers got killed. Basically that, and that was touched upon in the movie and in this as well. Well, not yet. Spoilers for the the ending for the second episode, and what they find underground is what happened in the 30s. So,
okay.
Yeah. It's great to know the lore, and me going, oh my god, and my wife is going, I don't get it. Come on, you've read the book.
Come on.
That was a shootout in the 30s. Anyway, and yeah. So back to my original thing. I was going to watch this regardless, and I'm so glad I did watch it, because this is going to be above and beyond of my expectations. That it's not just touching stuff that's also in it, the book. It's also touching on Stephen King lore in general, because it's going to be touching on Shawshank Prison, as well as Jupiter Hill Asylum that crops up in a lot of Stephen King's books. I'm so glad that people are sort of rewatching Castle Rock as well, because me and my wife actually watched that as well, because we're big Stephen King fans. It's like, oh, that point is it. This is like the unofficial third season of that show, and
okay.
It makes me so happy. It's like, this is great. This is great. This is what I wanted and more. And the scares are scary, and I'm there is a lot there is a lot that actually shook me, and especially the second episode shook me to the core, and especially that that birthing scene, because they linger on the visual, which that's what I like in my horror. It's like lingering on the sort of like the surreal imagery, and you're not sure what you're seeing, and I also like the sort of funny sort of funny turns with the second scare as well of the dad in the pickle jars, and I was going, oh, I see pickle jars. What's going to happen? And then it sort of turned into, and then this sort of maze is sort of, oh, this is The Shining where Danny is going through, and then all the pickle jars are falling to the ground. It's like, they're not going to make a Voltron, are they? They're not going to make a Voltron of her dad's parts. It's like, and then, I love this. I love this so much. Oh my God. Andy Machete, you sick and twisted man. I love you. I can forgive the Flash because he gave me babies in microwaves.
Yeah.
This is the man.
Redeeming himself for that.
Well, this is his wheelhouse. I mean,
for sure.
Sure. No word if he's going to do a Batman, but this is what I want him to do forever. And
same,
like him doing Stephen King, Michael Flanagan doing Stephen King as well. Just let them.
Oh yeah,
combine.
Let them go.
Yeah,
yeah. Combine their powers. Yeah,
combine their powers. I mean,
for sure.
Dr. Sleep is part of this universe as well.
That's true.
Yeah, and coincidentally, I did see in not to spoil it, but I think it's probably true that names the faces. Ronnie's dad, who was wrongly accused. It seems like in trailers that he's actually going to Shawshank as well. And I did a little bit of research.
Yeah.
Andy Dufresne and Red are going to be there in the timeline.
No way. Oh my God.
And here's the thing.
Wow.
There is a big difference with Red in the book and in the movie. Red is actually Irish, so he's actually a white guy, and he's got red hair. So
okay,
which part of the aisle are we going down, Andy? Are we doing Morgan Freeman? Or
right.
I reckon he's doing more. I reckon if he had the opportunity, he'd probably doing Morgan Freeman as Red, but a black man being Red, because I don't want to. I'm just happy and elated. This is okay. You got your Michael biopic thing.
Yes.
This is me.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that they're doing connections with Dick Halloran as well, and doing The Shining as well. Wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short, yeah, I liked it. So okay, I'll continue to watch it each week.
Excellent. I'm really glad. Cool. So let's start things off. We're not going to touch on everything, obviously, because the first two episodes are almost 2 hours long. Back to if you watch them back to back. But just general, in our first episode, we get introduced to a lovely young cast of kids. Not all of them survive. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of touch on them first, and I just really wanted to just praise how great this is. Of we come in watching the show thinking, okay, we're recreating we're going back another 27 years. We're seeing the previous iteration, what happened to these kids in this timeline, and we're thinking, okay, this is your pilot episode. You're setting everything up. You're introducing our kids that are going to be our we think are going to be our core cast that'll carry us through the season. We're going to root for them. We're going to cheer for them. We're going to cry with them, and then half of them end up getting killed. I just
Horrendous
I did not have that
deaths to children.
horrendous. Killed by a demon monster, like Pennywise taking the form of like a demon baby that flies around. And
Mutant
just,
baby.
Mutant baby. Oh my god. Yeah, it was fantastic. And yeah, just in terms of just, literally setting things up and then just going, no, actually, we're gonna we're gonna do it like this, was just brilliant, especially because the show opens with seeing Maddie Clements' disappearance and how horrific that is, and then we just think we're going in a certain direction, I said it last week, I was sad but I was happy because I'm like, you know what, this is great. Not many shows have the balls to kill kids on camera, and
Remember,
I mean, they
this
don't
is the
show it,
story
obviously.
of Derry.
Yes,
Not
exactly.
necessarily an individual.
No. No, that's right. So it's definitely Derry itself is a character, I guess, in this show, and it's encapsulating the whole thing because we'll get to it, but obviously we have the other plot with the Hanlon family and the military side and what they're looking for and all of that, and that's becomes more clear in the second episode. But yeah, you're right, it's definitely more of a they mean it when they say welcome to Derry, because it is definitely more of an over encompassing look at the at the town itself and what's going on. As for the kids,
that's why it's sort of a quasi sequel to Castle Rock, which is also a town in Maine, and so
yes,
this is Derry over here, and that's Castle Rock.
Yeah, Derry's over here, Castle Rock's over here,
and there's Salem's Lot over there, and so on.
Just all of Stephen King's messed up towns.
It's mostly Maine.
It's mostly Maine.
The Maine.
Mainly Maine.
Welcome to New England.
Welcome to New England. So we have our kids in the first episode. We have a relative of Stanley Eurus, I imagine. Teddy Eurus.
Yep, Teddy Eurus. Uncle.
Teddy's his uncle.
It would be uncle. Yeah.
Yeah. So his other brother would have been
his dad.
Stanley's father. Yeah. The rude older brother. Very funny. I just wanted to say I love Teddy a lot, and I'm really sad about what happened to him. His curls are peak goals for curls. I want those curls. And I don't know, I really liked, so he's portrayed by Michael Fiddler, and I'm really impressed with his performance. A lot of these kids are giving great performances, but for me, he was like one of the big standouts. Like him and Clara Stack as Lily Bainbridge are just crushing it. So I hope we get to see more of Teddy somehow. I don't know if that's going to happen. But then you've got, as a ghoul. Phil and Susie Malkin are here as well. I liked sort of Jack as sort of the rebel sort of kid, as opposed to Teddy's straight and narrow. That kind of two-hander has been done a lot before in this kind of thing, and they both played it really, really well. And then you've got outside of the main, kids, you've got Marge, who I have like a love-hate relationship with at this point, because Marge she says she's Lily's friend, but she's really in that phase of high school where you're like, you want to be popular and you're willing to kind of sacrifice your true friend to get popular, even though the popular chicks don't really want her around. So it's a trope that's been done to death, but I'm really enjoying.
Hey, it's the 60s. It's the first time this trope. Remember,
Yeah, true.
the teenager wasn't invented, well, in the 50s, so 10 years of
Yeah.
trope.
Yes, 10 years of trope. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Matilda Lawler's portrayal of Marge. I like what she's doing. She very much looks of the time, which is cool. So yeah, I guess I'll just quickly touch on Lily. Yeah, Clara Stack is just phenomenal in this role. She looks great. Her performance is incredible. Lily is so troubled and she's been through so much at such a young age, losing her dad the way she lost him, and then us having to hear about it, and the fact that she gets bullied for it at school. Like, I don't know why they didn't move town, to be honest. Like her mum doesn't seem to be very well adjusted, for one. So
Single
I
mum.
don't know. Single
really
mum,
do anything.
yeah. No, I guess not. Life is hard. But yeah, poor Lily. And then, the fact that she was, you know, had sort of a thing with Maddie. Probably more of a one-way thing, but they were friends, and then she loses him, only like a year after losing her dad, and that's pretty bad. But yeah, that fucking pickle jar scene is just insane. And I agree with you too, Mike. I loved the way that they shot that in terms of like as soon as she rounded a corner, the camera would show the shelves closing in on her, and like kind of she was just slowly getting trapped within. I thought that was really well done.
Apparently, practically, because I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
listen to the podcast as well, because
Oh,
that's
cool.
great.
Yeah,
With Mark Bernard.
yeah. Oh, is Mark Bernardin doing the official pod?
Yeah, I send the thing. It's like, I've heard this voice before.
Oh, I didn't look at it. I apologize profusely. I should go check that out.
That's right. It was a trailer for
Yes.
it, and I sent it and say, I've heard this voice before. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go listen then, because I miss Mark, because I don't listen to Fat Man Beyond.
That's right. Because coincidentally, he also wrote for Castle Rock.
Yes, he did. He did. So he's got some skin in this game for sure. That's so cool. Yay for Mark. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna go check that out. Yes,
There's only 2
Lily is
episodes,
fantastic.
so easy catch up.
Yeah, very easy catch up. Lily's fantastic, and then of course, Maddie Clements, another standout performance from Miles Eckhart, in this role. The way he portrayed his just, I don't know, he just has this kind of quiet confidence as this young kid, and then just the way he portrayed the terror he felt as he was in the car and couldn't escape. There's just to have that be like pretty much your time on the show mainly is just that opening, and then for him to deliver it like that, and then just the sweet flashback to the top of the tower with Lily was really nice. Yeah, so yeah, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking stuff.
I'm not saying that I've been in that situation, but I know how it feels.
Oh, me too. I've been there. I haven't accidentally gone to kiss someone that wasn't interested in me, but I have told people to years ago, told people to their face, like, I like you and I want to be more than friends, and them shoot me down and go, oh, okay, that's fine, I'll just go cry now.
You're like a brother to me.
Yeah. Yeah, we've all been there. And
Like a
then
brother?
I guess, and then like a brother. And then I guess the other main kid we need to mention, because we haven't really seen too much with Will in the second episode yet, but I like Will, I will say. But Ronnie is great. Amanda Christine deserves a round of applause for her performance, for being covered in petroleum jelly and goo and fake placenta and all this, and being birthed and just dealing with the sheer terror of that, and like as a young actress trying to process what it would be like having the image of your deceased mum who died giving birth to you appear, and just attack you and terrorize you for what happened. And oh my god, she yeah, I really like Ronnie, and I feel bad for Ronnie and what she's going through. And I understand her position and why she was like, she didn't want to help the kids at the end of the first episode. She's like, you guys are just going to get my dad in trouble. I don't want anything to do with this. And then she said, all right, let's go to the cinema. And then we all know how that turned out. So, but anyway, I think that's all I have to say about the kids. Mike, what are your thoughts on the kids here in this show? How are they working for you so far?
Yeah, there's no weak link between any of them. I mean, mind you, we didn't really get to know them that much, but I love the fact that we got to know a lot more about Phil and Teddy in the first episode, expecting us to be, oh, this is going to be the new Losers Club, and we're going to follow them. It's like, nope. I love that.
Nope,
I love that fact that I was caught off guard. It's like, and then the realization is like, oh yeah, they're not necessarily getting out alive like any of them. Okay, I'm in for a ride now. Yeah, said. Yeah, I really enjoyed the subtle, especially Teddy, of being like a direct relative to one of the Losers Club, and there's other people expecting it's like, oh, that's going to be that person's parent or that. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. The only connections I like is with other Stephen King stuff, as well as just the scares and just having the scares as well. Yeah, what was I going to say? Much props for kids getting scared. I mean, it's not an easy feat to get a good child actor and getting a good performance out of them, as well as like traumatizing them. Like, you can probably get away with with Lily and her dad because it is a CGI effect, and having different shots of having them not like noticing like the scary stuff, especially with the bed, like with the bed and the shots, they're not in the same shot, so it could be like anything. So. But really effective, and it definitely affected me because it's hard. I just want more. I want to see these kids tortured. What?
Yes, we want to see these kids tortured.
Yes.
Yes.
Because remember, Andy Machete put babies in microwaves. He's sick individual, and I love it. Yeah, I can't really add too much. I really enjoy it. Shall we go for the adults now?
Yes, let's talk about the adults in the story. For sure. Yes. So, I guess starting with the Hanlon family. We meet Leroy Hanlon in the first episode.
The pilot.
Played very beautifully, played very beautifully by Jovan Adepo, who I feel like I've seen somewhere before, but I can't put my finger on it. So I'm just going to quickly IMDb him. Oh, he's English. Oh, and he's the same age as me. 1988. Oh.
Doesn't that just shock you to your core?
It really does. I found out that Jonathan Bailey, sidebar, was named People's Sexiest Man Alive this year. He's also the same age as me. He's like 3 weeks older than me. And I was like, I'm sorry? Jonathan Bailey is the same age as me? Okay. This is weird. Okay, so this is not Jovan Adepo's first interaction with Stephen King. He was actually in the Stand miniseries a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he played Larry.
I've been meaning to watch it.
In that. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. It got mixed reviews for sure. but yeah, and then he was also in Watchmen. In 3 episodes of the Watchmen TV series that we really enjoyed.
I have watched that.
Yeah, that was great. So he's been around and done a few things, which is cool. But yeah, I really enjoy him so far in this. Yeah, I loved how they're fully aware of the story and the time in which the story is taking place in this show, and the fact that they are going straight in on the racial situation. Obviously, they've got this beautiful family moving to this town in the north, and the north is supposed to be a bit more welcoming, but it's still a small town in America, and it's the 60s, and civil rights is booming, and things are heading in a better direction, but
1963.
people are still
not yet.
not yet. We're heading towards it slowly, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yes, so there's definitely some people interacting a bit weirdly with the Hanlon family because of the color of their skin, and I think the show so far is handling it in a really appropriate manner. And these, and I'm really just loving getting to know Leroy, and in the second episode we meet Charlotte, played by Taylor Page. And I really love her character a lot, and I really enjoyed, we get that sequence where she goes to the butcher's to get the meat for the roast, and and the butcher is a really friendly guy. He doesn't seem to want any trouble or make any trouble, but then Charlotte sees those kids start to beat the shit out of another kid, and then no one's doing anything about it, and us as the audience are kind of, I feel like we're with Charlotte, we're like, why is nobody stopping this beating that's going on? And it was white kids on white kids. It wasn't like white kids beating up black kids either, so which I found interesting. But yeah, it was cool to see Charlotte just go, no, I'm not having any of this, and she gets herself involved, and then people start looking at her being like, what the frick are you doing, But yeah, I really like her and Leroy, and and then the dinner conversation they have that night about Charlotte wants to kind of take some action, but Leroy's definitely more on the we're here because of my job, and I don't really want to ruffle any feathers, and because he's got his shit going on at the military base, obviously, and that's causing a whole thing. But apparently the attack by the masked people was a test given by General Shaw, I think, if I am remembering that correctly.
Yeah.
A weird test. Very weird test, but a test nonetheless. Yeah, so, but yeah, and the military stuff, James Remar, he's great. He's been in a few things. And yeah, it's cool to see him here. I can't remember the last thing was he in some DC related thing? I'm just like trying to remember. Was he? I think he was in Batwoman, wasn't he?
I was in Gotham.
He was in. Or was he in Gotham?
He's probably up to something that I've never seen in Gotham. I sort of fell off that.
Yeah, I definitely fell off it as well. Yeah, he was in Gotham. He was Frank Gordon. In that. What else have I seen him in? I thought he was in. I must be getting him confused with someone else. Oh no, he was in Black Lightning. He was Peter Gamby in Black Lightning. Okay. Well, it's funny because he's got some DC cred, and then Chris Chalk, who plays Dick Halloran, was Lucius Fox in Gotham. So we've got some people here. But yeah, I like James Remar. I think he's a great cast for a military general, and I'm really curious to see what side of the fence he comes down on in terms of the racial tensions that are going on. But I feel like maybe his eye's more on the prize in terms of what their mission is, and what they're using Dick Halloran for.
I'll get into it later, but I think he's a bit preoccupied with that when you're dealing with supernatural interdimensional powers.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we haven't really spent too much time with Hank Grogan and then Ronnie's grandma, but they're, I hope we get to see. I mean, you've implied, Mike, that we are probably going to get to see more of Hank Grogan if he's going to Shawshank after
Yeah.
what happened. Because he's been
In the
accused
trailer,
of
we
killing
just see
children.
a bus that's got Shawshank
Yes, I
on the
remember
side.
Shawshank on it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but yeah, apart from that, I feel like that's kind of the main stuff with the adults. I mean, I kind of wanted to talk about Dick O'Halloran separately.
Yeah, that's right.
Dick Halloran separately, just because of the whole connection to the Stephen King universe. But yeah, but no, those are pretty much the main things I wanted to hit, and I've already mentioned Lily's mum. But yeah, I feel like there's something else I'm forgetting. Anyway, I remember it'll come back, and I'll say something. But yeah, Mike, what are your thoughts on the adult
Hanlon
cast
family.
and the
Yeah.
Hanlon family?
Yes. Their adventure into Derry and their family being absolutely tortured by Pennywise. Really enjoyed the fact that we are diving into this sort of thing. Definitely gives me Lovecraft Country and
Yes.
yeah, and
Watchmen.
also Watchmen as well. Like it's dealing with was it no? There was two things that did the Tulsa massacre as well. It was Lovecraft Country and something else.
No, wasn't it Watchmen?
It was Watchmen.
Flashback to it?
Yeah, it was Watchmen.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I mean, yeah. So with the racial tensions with this, it's something similar, and and just putting like real world stuff into like your fictional stuff, so people get to learn basically. And I love the fact that we're following Mike's lineage. Because
that's right.
Because he's the one that stayed in Derry and all the others left. He remembered.
Mm-hmm.
He learnt, and essentially he is the hero. So therefore, where did the hero come from? It came from Charlotte and Leroy picking up stumps and taking Will. In the book, he's not he's not an only child, but it does make sense for it to be just to be Will, because it's more of a pick up and move somewhere. And I will touch on. Will we touch on Will a little bit? Because we didn't. Really
Yeah,
with the
please.
kid.
No, we didn't get a chance to go on.
That's an interesting thing, because we do know what happens to Will. So it's sort of a lead up to failure, and so it is sort of the prequel series of where these characters are, which is good, because it does touch upon, as you said, South, terrible for black people, and also I mean, it's good that you're going to listen to the podcast as well, because Mark does go into this, and a lot better than me, humble white kid from fucking a different country, me, would go into the sort of history that comes with black people who are living in this post-war, early civil rights scenario, and it seems like Charlotte may have been from the South, and is always looking around. It's like, there's too many white people here, and knows about like sundown towns, and she would have a copy of the Green Book as well, and and I do love the little interaction that she has with Leroy, and him sort of saying is like, yeah, you're a bit late. It's like, well, I'm making sure I go the speed limit so they don't pull me up for anything, because there is that subtle like wink and nod and saying, yeah, we are at that time, and still are.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it's never
Still
going
has
to
a lot
end,
to do.
I feel.
Mm-hmm. Will is awesome, being the nerd that he is, being the outsider, being the nerd, and just layers upon layers of other, and he's going to be an interesting watch to see, because we know what happens to him, and he does bring up Michael, another Michael.
Yeah, another Michael.
Where I don't know. I still don't know if it's a good or a bad thing of having this most common fucking fictional name ever. Because Michael's in everything.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Jackson's fictional. He's not real.
Oh, okay.
He's like Santa.
Sure.
He's like the Tooth Fairy. He's like the boogeyman. What?
Stop.
Yeah. The General is awesome.
Yes.
This is the bit where I did not expect them to go into this, because this is the reason why I wanted to rewatch Dreamcatcher as well as The Mist, because it all takes like the army sort of dealing with like supernatural stuff, and also Firestarter as well, of them trying to harness this sort of energy and just doing it for fucking mundane things of taking on the Soviets. It's it's so stupid, and I'm going to be more than happy of Pennywise just destroying all of it, and then Dick Halloran going, you know what, fuck this, I'm leaving. Fuck Derry. I'm going to be a chef at a hotel.
Yeah.
At a certain place that I can't remember. Actually, I think it's Massachusetts. I can't remember.
I don't remember where it's set. Yeah,
but there are a lot of references to different King stuff in the background as well. Bless you. We don't know who that was.
Yeah,
no. Yeah. There's in the supermarket. There's actually a can of flour that's got a Native American Apache chief sort of thing. That can and that brand is actually in The Shining, of Kubrick's The Shining. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So they are doing sort of a Dr. Sleep approach of combining the King with the Kubrick.
King with the Kubrick. Yeah. And yeah. So I'm happy for that. What else?
Me too.
Yeah. Take on the Soviets. See what happens.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
I heard the Russians have got a secret base underneath a mall in Hawkins,
in Indiana. Yeah.
So stupid. I'm sorry.
It's great though. No, don't be sorry. All right, cool. So one last thing I just wanted to touch on before we start to wrap up is and you've already talked about it a little bit, so we probably don't have too much to say, but just the Stephen King of it all, and the fact that I came into this show thinking it was just going to be focusing on Derry and on Pennywise and stuff. Like, obviously the trailers did hint at things mentioning Shawshank, obviously, that we saw, but now that we're watching the show and we're seeing Dick Halloran here from The Shining, and he's using his ability in the service of the US Army, the US Air Force. So that was something I wasn't expecting. So it kind of is just really making me wonder what else is coming, where are we going with this? Obviously we are going to get to see Shawshank at some point, and then Mike, you said that I've already forgotten the name of it, the asylum that Lily was sent to.
Juniton Hill. Juniton? No, that's
Juniper.
Juniper.
Is it Juniper Hill?
Yeah, Juniton is something else entirely, and a different country.
Yes. I know Juniton.
Yeah.
Yes, Juniper Hill, and that's another Stephen King thing you're saying. So there's lots of sprinklings in of it, and I kind of really like the fact that it's sort of becoming a world that combines everything, because I haven't seen Castle Rock, and I really, really should watch it. I did hear it was quite good, but sadly it only got a couple of seasons.
Only 2.
But it sounds like they're kind of evoking what they were trying to do on that, which is sort of making this massive like meeting of the worlds of all the Stephen King stories.
The first season was great for people who aren't that familiar with Stephen King stuff, and just dive into like, oh, that's that thing and that thing. Like Juniper Hill is also in Castle Rock, as well as Shawshank. And the second, I think they may have bitten a lot off than they can chew. I mean, I loved it, but they one of the characters that we follow is Annie Wilkes from Misery.
Yes.
A younger one. So before what happens to the author, I can't remember that guy.
Yeah, James Caan.
But they also intertwined Salem's Lot, vampires, as well as the bad guy. The bully bad guy from Stand By Me is also in it, and his family. And yeah, so there's a big mixture of stuff, and I can understand.
Yeah.
But also, they were also doing the Dark Tower stuff as well, of thinnies.
Oh.
Of crossing into interdimensional stuff as well. So yeah, it was a lot.
Very intense. Yeah, maybe they did a bit too much. I don't know.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it, and I think also the first season, there's no real big connection of the second season as well. And I think that's what sort of swayed people going, it's probably not for us, because I'm thinking because of the Dark Tower stuff and crossing into different dimensions and stuff, I think they were hoping that it was going to be that popular that the next season will probably intersplice like both of them, and like, it's a bigger universe, and the sort of combining of everything, and everything is set in Castle Rock. So that's why I think Castle Rock was there for Derry that ran with it, because it's
Castle Rock walk so Derry could run. Yes.
Yeah, so because it is known to a lot more people, because a very popular not trilogy, what's the duopoly, whatever it is. Both films were very popular, so therefore you can do a lot more stuff. And I forgot what was the original question.
No, that's okay. I was just kind of talking about the different Stephen King things that are mentioned in the show, and then I just to say that I had no idea what the story was going to be with the military, and like why they were introducing that aspect here, and the fact that they're looking for what they're referring to as some kind of weapon, which I'm guessing the weapon is Pennywise.
Yeah.
That they're trying to find, because they're using Dick Halloran's Shining to try and pinpoint it and locate it, and it felt very like Raiders of the Lost Ark in Cairo, when they're all trying to dig through
a dig site and armies, and They do reference
Yeah, it
that
was
in the
very.
podcast as well. It's like,
Oh, perfect. I'm on the money. That's great. I nailed it. But yeah, I like that. And then the fact that the second episode ended with that reveal of the car being
the Model
dug
T
up
Ford
with
or whatever brand it
yes.
is.
Yes. And I guess we're supposed to believe that that's the family, the dead family, and maybe Maddie as well. Is that kind of the vibe you got, Mike?
Nope. Uh,
No.
well, it could be because Pennywise does reuse faces. So
Yes.
that family could have been like people that it has killed. So it could be that. But it, because they're talking about, I think, like relics or something like that they're trying to find and trying to pinpoint where things are. Like this, like is a big relic of something that happened in Derry 27 years ago, and I'm thinking is like, oh, they're going to touch on a lot more stuff with. They're going to touch on what happened every 27 years, like in the 1960s. Something happens, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be in the last episode of what happens. So I probably won't spoil it, but it does involve Dick Halloran and I'm guessing Leroy. And it's all to do with like a. It does involve Pennywise doing a big kill, basically. Like in the 1980s, he couldn't quite get to the big kill because the Losers Club set him back and propped him back, and then in 2016 he got supposedly killed. There is a lot of speculation if killed or not. Oh, that would be interesting if they finish up and have, because there was one book. There's one Stephen King where someone goes back to Derry and there's a big sign and it's all past. It all takes place in the future after it and all that. And there's a big sign that says Pennywise lives. So there is a big question if Pennywise is still around. I'm assuming so because you can't really kill something that doesn't have a fourth dimensional being. Anyway,
That's very true.
so the relic that they found is probably what happened in the 1930s, which was I can't remember the name, but it was like a family, like a big what do you call gangsters? That's the word. A big gangster sort of family was like taking over Derry, and the whole population of Derry decided to rise up and actually get them. You know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But it wasn't really them. It was Pennywise saying, "Hey, we should like take these guys out because they're approaching my, Derry's my place." So
yeah.
So I'm
That's
guessing
funny.
it's that because these skeletons were sort of buried within an old-fashioned car from the 1930s. I'm guessing here, but it would actually make sense.
I see.
That was the gang in the car.
Okay.
And the whole population of Derry decided to take them out and just buried the car, and it's like, because that's what Derry does. That's what they do. They ignore the situation, even if they kill and then get rid of the evidence and say, oh, and now we're in the 1960s. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. Everything's
The evil that lurks underneath Derry. That sort of thing.
Yeah, which
So
is kind of hinted at in the scene with Charlotte where she tries to intervene with the kids and then no one's doing anything. I feel like that kind of feels like that's linked to that as well.
And that's what happens in the movie
Yeah.
as well, where Henry is sort of torturing. So many names, too many names. Eddie
I can't
Kasprak?
remember all the names. Eddie, yeah,
The fat kid. I didn't want to say it, but
the
it's
bigger
the
one.
fat kid. Drawing Henry drawing his name in with his knife on his gut.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
he's yelling out to the car, and they drive past. It's like, nothing's here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the exact same thing.
Yeah. If I ignore it, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And they're so desensitized over like, children die in Derry all the time. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's not
gross.
a subtle hint to school shootings, is it? If you're so desensitized, it's like, it happens every day. People die all the time. Anyway. Yeah, so
all right, well,
I'm thinking
yeah.
that's it. And
Okay.
these bits are, the army is finding these bits just to find the thing that crash landed like a millennia ago.
Yeah, wow. Okay. All right. No, that makes sense. Thank you. I like that. One final quick thing before we wrap up, because I'm
It's
getting
getting
tired. We're getting tired. It's getting late.
I could talk about this for hours.
I know. I feel you. Okay, I just wanted to favorite scary moment or favorite monster moment across the 2 episodes. I am just going to come out and say it's easily the cinema scene at the end of episode 1. That was the most terrified I felt. It wasn't the most unsettled, because like there were definitely some other moments so I was like, this is fucking creepy. But just in terms of the suspense and the terror and the genuine shock of it, the cinema scene is the one for me. What about you, Mike? What was your favorite monster / scary moment here?
That one was good
so far.
I'll preface which version. Was it the ending? It was the ending of the second one, or was it the POV of the recap in episode 2?
Oh no, for season. I mean, the one in the recap was just as terrifying, I think. But yeah, I feel like as I was watching at the end of episode 1, I think that was the moment for me, because it was, especially when you get it ending with that scene of like Lily covered in blood and she's holding on to the little girl's
disembodied
disembodied hand. Oh, yeah, it's great.
And then scream.
Yeah.
Mine was probably Ronnie, because it affected me a lot. Being rebirthed, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that, not to get into it, but that was my biggest fear of having my daughter for the first time, because it was a complicated birth, because it went into complications and I didn't know what was happening. They just told me to scrub up and wait here for half an hour, which felt like an eternity, because you were by yourself with your own thoughts.
Yeah.
It's going, what's going on, and knowing shit may go down. So yeah, that affected me, because that was scary. That was the scary one for me. The one that I had more fun with was Pickle Dad.
Pickle Dad. I'm Pickle Dad.
I'm Pickle Dad.
I'm Pickle Dad.
And I love the juxtaposition of having a scary mum and then a scary dad in the same episode.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, good point.
Very, very maternal and very, very fucked up, of having a Voltron bits of dad gives a kiss.
Yeah, it was shocking.
Yeah. I was going, oh.
But
It was one of those, this
Oh,
is sick. This is great.
This is terrible.
After the big, it was like, I feel bad. But we do see Pennywise for the first time, ish. In that one. Because of the lights. In the gaping wound of Mum. Or...
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was a cesarean. Otherwise, it was a vagina with teeth. Anyway, I'll leave you with that.
Yes. Let's exit on that note, shall we?
Vagina with teeth. Vaginal teeth.
Vagina with teeth. Vaginal teeth. Okay, those are our thoughts.
You hear that,
on
boyfriend? Vaginal teeth. Anyway.
It's Welcome to Derry. Episodes 1 and 2, the pilot and the thing in the dark. Yeah, episode 3 is going to drop by the time this podcast actually comes out, but we'll be talking about it next week. So,
which will be called Now You See It.
Come back. Is that what it's called?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, there you go. There you go. Which means there's gonna be, by process of elimination and foregone conclusions, an episode called Now You Don't. I'm guessing down the track, but who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. First 2 episodes discussed and done. Popcorn culture is done. Let's get out of here.
Let's
shall we?
do.
A 1, a 2, a 3, and that was a
podcast called Fred.
Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky for the latest free content.
If you'd like to listen to Freddy Alien, you can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. If you'd like to watch Fred the Alien, you can head on over to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Fred the Alien Productions. And if you're watching us on Twitch right now, give us a follow. And if you're watching us on the live stream, remember to click the bell icon to keep you updated for all our Fred content on that site.
Yes. Please do. If you enjoy what you've been hearing and watching, subscribe and follow and like and do all the things. I've been Kendall Richardson.
And I've been the Michael Lister himself. Michael Lister.
And
you just experienced a podcast called Fred.
Remember to read.
Remember, Freddy lives, Loki dies, the Doctor is in, and there's no time for Firefly because I'll be watching it very soon. Maybe. There's no time for Firefly.
Never time for Firefly. Look after yourself and your mental health, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Later, skaters. And
Scene.